With all three differentials built and ready to go, it's time to start placing them into position, and we start with Bag C, the center differential and brakes assembly. We've always placed the center differential into position as one of the final steps with our electric buggies, along with working on the chassis itself, although with this Nitro kit we'll give these parts priority and get them set up and in position first. You'll need some thread lock for this bag, so keep that to hand, and let's get going by spilling out the contents of Bag C. As with previous items, all sections of the buggy seem really nicely produced, with all plastic parts moulded to perfection. Although let's see how nicely this thing bolts together. We'll begin by getting our split center differential mount ready, so with the first side to hand, proceed to place the bottom into position and secure with a single 6mm flathead screw. After which we repeat on the opposite side, working on plastic here so no need to go super tight and strip the threads. A nice snug fit is all that's needed. We'll get these secured to the main chassis next, so proceed to place both mounts into position and secure from below using 12mm flathead screws, again going into plastic here so take care not to over tighten. Care must be taken to ensure correct orientation here. Parts must be orientated on the chassis exactly as you see in my example here. With that confirmed, reach for the first brake disc. As with the predecessor, these are fully CNC machined, then hardened for strength before being ground for flatness and coated for wear. Certainly the highest quality brake discs available. Anyways, place onto each end of the differential and then lower down into position, taking care to align the discs within the guides. With that in place, we'll begin constructing the brake assembly, which will sit on top of the differential and secure everything into place. So starting with one of the metallic brake pads, insert a steel brake post through each hole, going in from the opposite side to the pad, before dropping on a pad return spring into each post and covering with the opposite pad. Finally, secure to the brake mount, taking care with orientation here, so when complete your unit should look exactly like this, with the rounded section matching across all parts. Repeat the same process to construct a second brake mount, and then we'll get this attached to the top cover of the diff mount next, although we need to get the brake cams and linkages into position too, ensuring they are all orientated correctly. So starting with the shorter brake cam, place into position on the front module, feed through a brake linkage pin from the opposite side, before lining up with the brake assembly top cover, and secure with a single 10mm flathead screw. Note that we are using this recessed screw hole in the top cover, which will line up with the center hole on the brake pad assembly. With that done, ensure the curled section of the brake linkage pin is in the center of the mounting plate, and that the curve is pointing upwards towards the plate, and secure with a 4mm set screw complete with thread lock, leaving you with something resembling this example. It's a similar process on the opposite side, although this time position the longer brake cam alone, before securing to the top plate with another 10mm flathead screw, again taking care to use the recessed hole here. After which the brake linkage pin can be inserted from the top, and held in place with the final 4mm set screw, complete with thread lock applied. If done correctly, note how both curled ends of the linkage pins are in the center of the entire assembly, one above the other, yet with both curled ends facing towards each other. Your assembly must replicate this precisely. A rather ingenious little brake system. So with that prepared, drop the brake assembly down on top of the center differential, making sure the brake discs sit within the pads of course, and secure into position with a 35mm caphead screw going into each corner. Screw each of these down so that they're nice and snug. Remember, it's going into plastic, so over tightening could strip threads. Once done, ensure the differential can spin freely. If not, back off the screws half a turn until the diff is completely free. So that's our center differential and the complete brake assembly complete. The differential is able to spin freely, and when the pins are pulled, the brake cam rotates and moves the pads closer, trapping the discs. A nice contraption that works perfectly well. So with that all complete and operational, we can place the chassis to one side for the next few bags as we move on to the front gearbox assembly with kit bag D.